Let's go live now.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Hustle here live.
You know what I mean? Hustle here live, baby.
You've got mail.
The Sparring Minds boys is officially
You've
in
got
the
mail.
building.
Let's get it.
Officially.
Officially
You've got mail.
Officially.
They
Yo.
done gave us real equipment.
You've got
man.
mail.
Well,
You've got mail.
don't do that, man. Yo, before we get into
You've got mail.
of the shenanigans for the night, special shout out to
You've got mail.
Rock FM Studios, man.
Absolutely.
You've got
Beautiful
mail.
environment up here, man.
Absolutely.
They take care
You've
of
got
business,
mail.
So we very much appreciative of
Spark
that.
FM,
You've got
Saucy and
mail.
Friends, shout out to them. Appreciate
You've got mail.
Stone Triz is a very great.
You've got
individual.
mail.
I finally had the chance to meet him tonight, so salute to the
You've got mail.
Y'all definitely go in and tune into
You've
that
got
show.
mail.
Support those guys on that morning show journey.
You've got mail.
Everything over there.
You've
Best thing
got
smoking
mail.
in the morning out here, man.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
You've got mail.
And before we get started, too,
You've got
the
mail.
whole Spark FM, especially Sauce.
You've got
I wanna thank
mail.
y'all for any weight I gained for being around the corner.
You've
for
got
my
mail.
grandma's coffee cakes.
You've got mail.
Yo,
You've got mail.
Was absolutely on point.
slap.
You've got mail.
Slap, dog. Slap.
About to
You've
open
got
that
mail.
Blueberry tomorrow. At game
You've
night.
got mail.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
You've got mail.
Yo, so
Yo, Chuck is here.
I'm
here, baby.
Here for a game night. Yo,
So like I'm taking the part of all
got
the
mail.
festivities and shit. Like,
Capo
I'm
is here for a
You've got
game
mail.
night,
Yeah, it's
dog.
gonna be a good weekend.
That's what's up.
You've got
Real
mail.
reason you're in town.
Absolutely. Let's talk
Well,
about that. Let's
you've
talk
got
about that.
mail.
We
talk about
you guys know we up here. We
You've got
It's
mail.
always a great moment. And
You've got mail.
trying to do something great for the city, man. I think the city's gonna love
You've
it.
got
Get
mail.
behind it. So yeah, it's gonna be a good.
You've
thing.
got
It's
mail.
gonna be a good thing, man. To finally, I can't remember the
You've
last
got
time
mail.
I've seen a hood movie.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Special shout to the homie too. Wait,
You've got mail.
Hey.
we don't
You've
we don't
got
see
mail.
enough really good hood movies,
You've
right?
got
Especially
mail.
about Boston. We don't see enough, right?
You've got mail.
Outside of Toots projects, the last thing anybody ever cared
You've
about that
got
came out of
mail.
Boston was what, Blue Hill
You've
Ave?
got mail.
Blue Hill Ave.
You know what I mean?
And that wasn't even.
You've got
that was
mail.
Shot here just to
No.
get scenery.
You've got
Just the
mail.
name and everything was kind of like
You've
based
got
around
mail.
the actual Blue Hill Ave, but
You've got
nothing like
mail.
that.
Or the town.
You've
but
got mail.
there are a lot of amazing film
You've
directors
got
doing
mail.
their thing. So shout out to Toot, shout out to
You've
Chris
got mail.
Brook, shout out to my man Daniel Laurent,
Word.
him
You've
and
got
his
mail.
wife Aaliyah. They got an amazing thing, Cry for Me.
You've got
that's
mail.
out now, and it's about domestic violence and
You've
all
got
that type
mail.
of stuff. So Boston is kind of getting its
You've
way
got
in there.
mail.
You know what I mean?
love
So
it.
definitely,
And that trailer
You've got
was
mail.
dope.
Yo.
Right for me?
yeah,
Very, very good.
You've
trailer.
got mail.
Shout out to
yeah,
it.
no, definitely.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
You've
no, we're
got
just trying to
mail.
do something great for the city and put on, and so you know that's
You've got mail.
always a dope thing. But listen, man, while I'm here,
You've got mail.
Haynes is doing the Healing Circle joint.
Yeah.
Everybody's
You've
getting
got
together. It's gonna
mail.
be a fish fry from listen, man.
You've got mail.
No, but PK, because it's raining.
You've got
What ain't gonna be
mail.
the fish fry?
No
Fish
fish fry this week. We were
fish
supposed,
fry.
You've
what was
got
supposed
mail.
to happen this weekend? We were supposed to do the deep
You've got mail.
weekend. We were supposed to go fishing tomorrow.
You've got mail.
and then fish fry on Sunday.
You've got mail.
The boats were booked completely.
You've got
we had to
mail.
push that back to the weekend of June 3rd.
You've got
Around
mail.
this time of the year, it's crazy.
But this week,
You've got
we
mail.
going on. We got the
You've got mail.
starting up the grill. So we got some
You've got mail.
stuff throwing the grill.
You know, pain.
You've got
Got
mail.
the fire pit going. So if
You've got
it
mail.
doesn't rain, we got the fire pit going. We're gonna have the fire.
You've
side
got
chat,
mail.
Regular game night, all that. You know what I mean?
You've got mail.
So it's always some kind of little theme to.
You've got mail.
I love it, man. There's not enough attention.
You've got mail.
Mental health.
You've got
groups,
mail.
People who just get together to have a good time.
You've got mail.
Disconnect from life's troubles. I love it, man.
You've got mail.
Thank you for putting that together and continue.
You've got
Oh, you'll
mail.
finally get to meet Nina.
Yeah, I heard she
got
got
mail.
hands for me, and I'm like, yo, you
I ain't got no
mail.
parts in that.
You've got mail.
yo, people gotta stop coming for me, man.
You've
Like,
got
you know,
mail.
like, yo, wifey got an email like,
You've
I
got
heard y'all
mail.
pulling up. Tell Chuck I need 5 minutes.
You've got
Nah,
mail.
yo, we ain't doing that. We
got
ain't doing
mail.
that. And I ain't been that spicy in a long time.
You've
on
got
this
mail.
shit.
Nah,
It's
but
been a season, bro.
Listen, imagine
You've got
going
mail.
to, like, get a pair of ones or something on a Saturday
You've
morning,
got
right?
mail.
Building wrapped around with
You've
people
got
waiting.
mail.
Chuck's the main event, right?
Oh,
Everybody's waiting outside like,
You
yo,
got mail.
calisthenics on the sidewalk.
Right? Remember when you said
Yeah,
got mail.
nah, I ain't even been that spicy this season. I don't want none
You
of that
got
smoke.
yo,
mail.
listen, we 7 seasons in.
You got
and
mail.
Capo has embraced the villain
You got
role
mail.
for about 5 and a
6
half.
Yeah.
You got
5 and a half, 6.
I'd
like,
say 6.
Somewhere, I was
got
trying to give him
mail.
some props. I said 5 and a half, but at least
got
6.
mail.
He's been embracing that role. We've kind of
You
seen
got
more of
mail.
a mild side of Hustle this season,
got mail.
and a lot of can be attributed to the movie and
You got mail.
different kind of voices he's trying
Couple
out.
shit, you know that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, he's
got
changing
mail.
on us, man, and it's a beautiful thing. My brother's evolving,
got
man.
mail.
It's
Y'all
good to
talking
see.
about mental health and all this
You
kind of
got mail.
traumas. And, nah, man, let me dial it down.
got
I might be
mail.
giving y'all trauma, so I gotta dial it down.
I mean,
You got
there's been
mail.
a couple of episodes this year where I've heard
You got
people say,
mail.
you know, they were
You got
against,
mail.
we'll say against his opinions, but
You got
it
mail.
hasn't been nearly as much as like, yo,
You
what the
got
hell's wrong?
mail.
Like past seasons, like what's
Yeah.
wrong with him?
You got
Yeah.
mail.
That was happening.
Yo, like season 2,
got
I
mail.
definitely thought we was gonna need security
Oh, yeah.
going out on vacation trips and stuff like that.
got
I
mail.
thought we was gonna have to have security, man, for Jones. Man.
You got
I've actually
mail.
heard I've been more of a villain this
That's
season.
true.
Yeah.
You got
I
mail.
could see that. I could see that.
You
Chef, you
got
getting ready to go
mail.
out of town?
Yes. So
got
I got
mail.
a big thing going on. Pause.
got
Martha's been, you just
got
saying
mail.
this.
Come on, man.
No, seriously
You
though.
got mail.
My brother's keeper, Boston, the Office of the Advancement of Black Males, targeted me to be the coach and mentor for a journey in Martha's Vineyard. So I'll be leaving May 30th to June 25th. I'll be staying in Oaks Bluff, myself and young men of color, ages 18 to 24. We actually just selected the 8 of them today.
Word.
And so next week we'll start. They'll be coming in town. They're gonna be visiting a place called Kneecap, which is like a food service job training program where they'll get extensive work on the things that they'll be doing while they're in Martha's Vineyard. So they'll be employed at a restaurant called Nancy's, which is one of Barack's favorite places to go when he's down there. And yeah, man, we'll be living in the house together, and I'll just be their coach mentor, kind of guiding them on the ins and outs of working in a restaurant, what that's like, starting that journey of culinary.
Word.
It's an amazing experience. I'm super excited. The only downside to it, and just being total honest, is like this will be the first year that I won't spend Father's Day with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one downside to it. But like I was telling her, I was like, yo, listen, we're gonna be all right when I get back, and so I got some plans for us to, we're gonna have a good time and stuff like that. But no, it's an amazing opportunity, man. I'm super grateful and thankful to Frank Farrow and my brother's keeper people for putting me on and in that position, and just continuing the work of just working, the culinary angle through mentoring. You know what I'm saying? And I do that right now through the Davis Leadership Academy, the Gallivan. You know what I mean? So just spreading the word. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. Super excited for it.
Super dope.
Hey, we might need to on the low restart that bougie poll too, because you peeped the name drop, the Obama.
Oh yeah.
And the Martha's Vineyard. Something like it's just I'm getting real like bougie vibes right now. But I mean it's great, yo. I love it.
Nah, definitely. Thank you,
Big
man.
things.
Yeah, definitely.
Pause.
You brothers have been you brothers have always been super supportive over my journey in culinary, since before we even got on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not like it's something that you guys just started supporting. The love has been there from the beginning. It's just now we getting to another level to it. So I thank you, brothers. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You know what I mean? For the support.
Love.
So no, it's a good thing.
So before we get into the show, I was talking to Sparring Minds listeners. I know we're in the beautiful Spark FM studio.
We gotta take a time out.
No, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll take a quick break. And so y'all don't move. Go get some water. Go subscribe to the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Go tell a friend and tell a friend that's them again. Go do all of that. And then come right back to the show. I gotta talk to my guys real quick. So y'all go do that with So P Game. I was at the shop the other day. I call it. So I was at the shop. And I walk in. And, kind of semi-busy in the shop. So I just went to go grab a seat. My appointment's at, 5:30, whatever. The barber didn't see me come in. Some cat came in. He was talking to my barber, like whispering or whatever. And so my barber was like, "Yo, what are you talking about? Like my client's not here yet. They're not gonna, you know what I mean? Whatever." So I'm like, "What the fuck they talking about?" So my barber's like, "Oh, yo, Chuck, you here?" Like, "Yeah, you know I'm here. I'm just laying low waiting for my time." She's like, "Yo, so this dude wants to get a cut. He was wondering if he could jump ahead of you." I said, "Somebody here got me fucked up, right?" but I didn't jump off the ledge. So I was like, "Well," and the dude was like, "Yo, I'll pay for your cut." I said, "Nigga, I got $50. You don't impress me." So I said, "That's the nigga. Hold on. I'm gonna call Aunt, right?" I said, "Aunt, the audacity of this nigga, right?" And so Aunt said, "Yo, dog, I don't care about the $50. Like, you're not about to pay for my cut." Like, and so I agreed. And so I kind of left. I was like, you know, I could do it as a good Samaritan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
I'm paying for my cut.
I pay for my own cut.
Like, feel like you sonning me.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
This is what I said. So my wife now, because here goes the wife, right? Because I was like, "Yeah, my nigga, go ahead, get the cut. I'm gonna go run down the street, grab a little chicken wing. I'll be right back. No sweat. I had no rush.
Boneless, of course.
Boneless,
Of course.
Sorry,
Because only
boneless, of course.
only Vikings eat chicken
We
with the
had
bones.
we had to put that out there.
Right.
So we go grab a little something, right? And wifey's like, "Yo, what happened?" Told her the story. She's like, "So you gonna have him pay for your cut?" I said, "No, men don't do shit like this." She's like, "Nigga, you got me fucked up. Now go back into now she tried to send me back into the shop to get my regular cut." Women don't understand that there's a pride involved here.
Can you imagine walking back in there like, "Excuse me, well." On second thought.
My wife said,
My wife said,
My wife says, you know, can you?
"It's okay."
That's
okay, you
That's
can pay
even
for my cut.
worse. That's even worse.
No. Grab your nuts and don't walk back in there.
Yeah.
Well, so we all
You know what I
agree that you wild to have a dude pay for your cut.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, so on the flip side, I have been in a barbershop before though, and it was a female that was getting a cut and offered to pay for mine for letting her go in front of me.
That rocks.
I let her do
Yeah,
it,
I
obviously,
let her do it,
because it
yeah.
was a female, you know what I mean? But
Chivalry,
yeah, a little chivalry, you know what I'm saying? Earn a couple points.
Yeah. Because I don't.
Many moons ago, of course. Many moons ago.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we clear on that.
So it could be conceived as a form of flirting too. She could be flirting with you.
Nah, I didn't get those vibes.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Nope. I mean, her fade was better than mine. Keeping it a buck.
Oh shit.
I just think there's a principle here, right? And you guys, I very rarely like people to buy me things. It's not really my thing. It's not really my vibe. Including a dinner or whatever. Like, I got cover my own shit. I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? Wife can make some good money at the house. So we're doing all right. So, to me, it's a male or woman. It's a pride thing. Like, nah. Nigga, I'll take care of you, nigga. I don't need no taken care of.
That is a pride thing. I don't see the difference. Again, a guy, you know what I mean? Probably not. But a female in that case, yeah, I would be okay with that. I don't see the pride issue with something like that.
Well, let me
know what I mean?
let me draw a line in the sand.
Uh-oh.
For me, it's less about who's paying. Well, it's more about who's paying for it. Like,
Definitely.
if one of y'all offered to pay for it because I'm short, great. If some dude I don't know, that's where it's like
Different ballgame, of course.
Because now you're gonna see me in the street like, yeah, I paid for that niggas.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
It's almost.
Really? Like, really? You think somebody would really
Yeah.
go there?
Yeah, they be like,
Yeah.
That's wild.
It falls right in the line of letting a nigga take your cornbread.
Yeah.
Or letting a nigga take your winners at the basketball court.
Totally
Yeah.
different
Fuck outta here.
scenario.
You ain't
No,
taking
same
my
thing.
winners,
Yeah,
nigga.
fucking same thing.
Like, you ain't taking my winners, nigga.
You have
Same
me,
thing.
you got me cursing with my daughter in the room. dog. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna eat my cornbread. No,
Like,
I ain't
nah,
not.
course.
I don't even like cornbread, but I'm eating this
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Fuck out of
This
here.
piece is for me. This piece is all mine.
Yo, I can't believe you making a distinction between cornbread and a haircut, dog.
Yeah.
Eat your cornbread.
Yeah, nah.
Yo, that's wild.
Raj, appreciate you rocking out with the show.
Yo.
Man. What's good with you, bro?
What up,
Absolutely, bro.
Raj?
Yo, he owed me 5 minutes too.
Oh shit.
He owed me 5 minutes, bro.
Raj, what up, man?
Yeah, he owed me 5 minutes.
Yo,
We-
Raj,
we
we trying to
got
get you
talk
down the
offline.
league, man. Trying to get you down the league, Raj. What's going on? Come out of retirement, boy.
We was talking for forever about maybe almost 2 years. He and I were talking about him wanting to be involved in the movie. yo, Chuck, I want in. I said, my nigga, I got you. Say less, right? When that time comes, I'm gonna put the bat signal up. You know what it is. Put that signal up that first day. It's chirping and fucking
Crickets.
where you at, dog? I hit him. Yo, I got you, Chuck. I got you. I call him back. The number you have reached. I said, oh. No. Yeah. I need 5 minutes, bro. Oh. I need 5 minutes. Speaking of 5 minutes, pain. It's close to that time. Are you going to get us right? Let's go ahead. Sparring Minds season finale at the beautiful Spark FM Studios.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic, yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
We are back. We are here live at the Spark FM Studios, Hyde Park, Massachusetts. An incredible facility they got here.
Nice, man.
For y'all
Nice.
tuning in, we got Jimmo Neal joining us shortly. We got the brother Sammy Little joining us shortly as well. You guys know we're starting a little earlier than we normally do, so those guys will be with us here momentarily.
Hype said he sent the chopper to pick up Mo since there's so much traffic.
Yeah, he's on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll be here in a
man.
minute.
My dog Harlem.
Salute to the city. Y'all got what? Janet's tonight? Got
Janet, Taylor Swift, the white version of Beyonce.
Nah, I wouldn't see you say that.
That's their Beyonce.
We got to find another name.
Well, I mean,
I don't
like
mean
that?
looks wise. I mean catalog and hits wise. I don't mean
I believe you.
nowhere near looks wise.
No.
Yeah.
But I believe she's moving units.
But she's the
Oh,
she's a
absolutely.
big draw.
Oh, yeah.
I believe you.
Like
Big draw.
I heard you got 3 shows.
Yeah, in
I'm saying
Foxborough.
she's a big.
In Foxborough State, in Gillette.
Come on, man. Come
That's
on,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's why Janet's at
Come
Mansfield.
on, man.
And Mansfield's not a small venue either.
Absolutely not.
But if you got Janet in Mansfield with Luda, and you got Taylor Swift in Foxborough, like
Tables a turn. Yeah.
Is that who our opening act is? Luda's on the road with Janet?
Luda's
Wow.
Yeah.
it's crazy. I wanted to go too, but when I seen the date, I was like, yeah, can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So that makes me ask, right? So individually here, what show would you rather go to?
Janet.
Janet.
She's on my bucket list of people to see.
Penny.
Yeah.
That's Penny from Good Times.
Word.
Are you shitting me? That's Penny, bro.
Janet, what, 68 now? She up near 70?
You got Janet fucked up.
She still puts on a crazy show.
Does she?
Yeah. She still puts on a crazy show. She still looks damn good for her age. And her catalog is crazy.
Vintage. I won't say the other word, but
Yeah.
I just wonder how good of a show. So I saw some people complaining about the early Beyonce shows, right? And they were saying that she wasn't really doing much in terms of performance, right? And so I wonder with a show like Janet from a 70-year-old, how much performance are you getting? That's a valid question, right?
I mean,
I don't think she's the average 70-year-old,
she's
68-year-old. You know what I'm
not
saying?
one of
Like,
those-
first off,
right.
she's not that old. Let's not play games with Janet, please.
Yeah,
She's not 70?
No, not even close.
She's not one of those. Like,
I don't think she even reached 60 yet.
She's still dancing and all that.
Somebody in the comments hit us and let us know how Janet Jackson, how old is she? She's 60 something.
She's not 60 something.
Janet's mid-50s.
Yeah, I'm about to
she's
say.
mid-
Yeah. You,
55, 56, around there.
bro, you're throwing some years on her, bro.
Yeah, man, come on.
Somebody hit
Come on,
us.
kid, you throwing some years on her.
But let's be real. Like when you were listening to Janet, it wasn't always about the performance. It was about the songs she was singing, the ballads. Like
Janet was always known
No,
as
she
a good
was a
performer.
performer.
Janet was known as a good performer.
She
Yeah,
was
but
in
I
that
mean,
Beyonce
like-
lane.
you figure that's gonna tail off, sure, but she's not just standing in front of a mic.
No.
She's 57, Toya says.
See?
Okay.
Yo, Toya, if you're a Janet Jackson fan, just say that. Don't try to take a decade. Don't take a decade off the woman. Like, we ain't doing that.
Shout out to Toya, too, because she's one of the people that told me, like, oh, I miss y'all going live. So
Word up, word up.
What
Salute,
up,
Toya.
TB?
You ask and you shall receive.
That's
We
my
gonna-
fault,
we gonna
Toya.
get you right.
That's my fault,
No,
Toya.
we gonna get you right.
Oh, no, we good.
Hey, yo, we already know you a Janet Jackson fan. See, these are the problems. The non Janet Jackson fans want to be like, okay, Wikipedia said 67 minus 10, and then they're gonna come here and put 57. Like, nah, come on.
But besides her family, who would know better than her fans?
For sure.
Salute to Janet Jackson, man. Listen, man, I'm no fan of Taylor Swift, right? And I would like to see a Janet show, but I think when you go to a show, sometimes the atmosphere is bigger than what you're seeing on the stage. Would y'all agree with that?
Of course.
Absolutely.
And I think a Taylor Swift show, I couldn't name one Taylor Swift song, by the way. I think the atmosphere in that building is probably bananas, right? And that makes up for the familiarity we have with Janet Jackson.
You'll get Jimmo right back.
Well, you got to think about, because Taylor's been out for a minute. So she has now mid-20 to 30-year-old Caucasian women that know her songs and will lose their minds as if they were still in middle school listening to it.
Word.
So it's the same thing with us with Janet. It's a familiarity thing because Taylor Swift isn't the biggest draw now as far as being super relevant compared to new artists right now, right? She has a lot of her stuff is starting to be a nostalgia act too.
Really?
Okay.
She don't put out new albums? Or not
She
recently?
does, but it's not like when she was the chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No, I guess I still hold value to what's happening around me in the crowd, right? You ever
More
been
than
around
the
somebody-
performance?
Maybe a little bit. Have you ever been around somebody and they so turned that you get turned?
yeah,
That's the atmosphere you're gonna get in that. You know what I mean?
Even Busta Rhymes, like Busta, that's the thing with a Busta Rhymes show. You know what I mean? Busta is so lit
Energy, yo.
that I don't give a damn if Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See is 30 years old, right? And when he does that, shit now, it gets the same reaction it has always gotten.
Yeah.
And it's the energy. It's not so much, oh, I remember when this first came out. No, it's Busta's energy. It's Spliff's energy. It's how they bring it in. It's how they weave the songs in together. Yeah. Like, so it's a lot of different elements.
And I'm
going
willing to
into
bet you that even the non-Busta fan will feel the energy in the room. And
Yeah,
like, yo,
and
this
lose
place is
their mind.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, well, salute to the city for having those acts. I mean, it's always a good thing. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
Shout out to Busta too, because I think he's about to go back on tour with Nas and Wu-Tang. They're about to do it again.
He's
and
on
I think
my list.
Busta's gonna be the opening act for
No.
that.
You can't
Stop
it. You
Who
cannot.
wants to come after Busta?
You cannot have
Well,
be
Busta
serious.
open.
I know,
I
but
know you ain't serious.
I understand that.
Especially not Nas.
Nah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
Busta, and Busta don't give a fuck if you're his boy or not.
understand
He's shutting
that.
shit down, and you're gonna have to do what you do afterwards.
Yeah,
and
Busta-
just deal with it.
Busta was
crazy.
Busta was an opening act on the Hard Knock Life tour, if I'm not mistaken. He was an opening act on that. So I mean, like,
3 motherfuckers
If
you
it-
don't want to go after.
I told
Busta,
you how
X,
crazy that lineup was.
and probably Jay.
but all right. So the Hard Knock Life tour. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just butt in.
No.
The Hard Knock Life
We had the
tour.
legendary Jimmo Neal rocking out with us.
Absolutely fresh off the
up?
chopper.
What up? So the Hard Knock Life tour had guys that had hits, and they was running hip hop at that time. Right. Bus wasn't. So at that time he wasn't.
okay.
Leaders in New School was they time had kind of they was dwindling down where Hard Knock Life was popping.
Busta had hits though at that time. He could.
Yeah, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See
Yeah,
was
that
out
was
by
still
then.
out.
That was
But
that
you
was,
stacking
that
those
was-
against DMX and those dudes?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
But
it was
yeah,
camps.
going off of
What
that.
I'm saying is that it was camps.
Yeah,
Hard Knock
yeah.
Life was camps.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any of the artists that you think about, they had a few dudes behind them. At that time, Busta, he had
wasn't.
Spliff. It was him
only
and
that
Spliff.
one
It was
album.
Flip Mode, right?
It was only that one
it
album
was him
by
and
then, I
Spliff.
think.
No, it was him.
Hard Knock Life Tour
That was
was
hit-
99, right?
Yeah.
So no, Busta had Extinction Level event
Yeah.
already. And
Nah, but the Hard Knock
yeah,
Life
he had some
tour,
shit
He
by
had
then.
some shit at that
98,
time.
99.
He had some shit
by
at
then.
that time.
Yeah, he
For
had some shit by
sure.
then. Because
For
the joint,
sure.
the joint that he just performed with Janet, which was the first time they performed it live together, like 2
Yeah,
weeks
give
ago.
it to me.
Yeah.
No, what's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
He
Yeah,
just,
but
like,
yeah,
had
he
that
did.
album
He
out.
did have hits. I'm not saying he didn't. But what I'm saying is, it was him by himself. It was just
makes
him.
sense. That
He
makes
did.
sense.
He didn't have leaders with him no more.
No, but it was flip mode. He had flip mode at that time, or at least
Nah.
Maybe
I get-
after. It was
I
after.
get what Jimmo's
Name
saying,
a
though.
flip
People-
mode joint.
I get what Jimmo's saying.
Name a flip mode joint.
I get what Jimmo's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
People was used to
Whereas
busting
Hard
with
Knock
people
Life,
as
it was
opposed to
Jay
them. They
and
weren't
his
used to that
squad.
yet.
It was
Right. X and his squad.
X and his squad. It was Siegel and his squad.
Method Man and Redman. No, well, Siegel was only getting like a little bit of play during that
Nah,
time.
not in the Hard Knock Knife tour. Nah. He was getting some love.
Siegel?
Yeah. And all like, you don't remember that tour?
The
Did you
Rock
not
was-
go
The
see
Rock
it?
was so crazy.
The
It
Rock was
like,
crazy.
The Rock
They was running.
If you
they was
signed
running
to
hip
Rock,
hop.
everybody wanted to
Everybody
hear
was
you,
getting
even if
love
it
on the
was
Hard Knock.
garbage
If
at
you
that
was
time.
Rock, you was getting love on
No,
the
for
Hard
sure.
Knock Life.
Not that they
For
signed
sure.
anyone that was
Listen,
garbage.
I went to the concert, man. One of the best concerts I've ever been
Yeah,
in my
but
life.
when you think about flip mode, you like it's still Buster.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
who else you think about? That
Other than
name
Split.
a flip mode song
Nah,
that you know.
Rod Digger is someone who else like.
Yeah,
came
I
from
was
Flip
gonna
Mode.
say. I
Yeah,
think
but
about that.
Rod Digger stands on her own.
Yeah.
She
does.
don't-
Yeah, she
without Buster, she does. You know
She
what I'm
does.
saying? That's different.
She does.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
fuck with Rod Digger.
None of them other artists that was under Jay, they can't really stand on their own. The artists that was under Siegel, they can't really stand on their own.
Yeah.
At that time,
Other than Free.
At that
yeah,
time.
he had
Other than Free.
At
yeah,
that
Freeway.
But they were all just bubbling at the time anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Shout out to Nina
They wasn't
too.
in
She said
Shadows.
concerts
Huh?
are all
They
about the
wasn't in
energy
Shadows.
Well,
and
I-
experience.
I
With
was
all the
saying all that to
screams, I can't
I was
really
saying all that to say
appreciate
that
the music
Busta
as much.
is still a
That's
crazy
true.
opening act at that time, and then it was
Busta
Method Man,
is.
Redman. You know
I
what I'm
don't.
saying? Then,
I
like,
don't want to perform after Buster.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm pissed
For
I
sure.
didn't go to the Hard Knock Life tour.
Yeah.
Because you got Buster, then you got Meth and Red.
Yeah, they was an opening act too.
Then wasn't X on that tour too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
get
just
the
on
fuck
that
out of
tour.
here. I'm not put me on first. I'm not going on after any of those three I just named. Ever. I don't care how many hits I got. That
remember
shit, the
Jay
energy's
saying
crazy.
something about how important it was for that first person to come in and kick the joint off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was
Yeah,
good.
you want someone to set it off, but you don't want them to fucking burn the stage down. Then you got like
Yeah.
Jay. There's a video of Jay talking about how X went on before him. Then it came out. He said a prayer. Then he had motherfuckers crying. Then he took his shirt off, had girls screaming. Then he dropped the Rough Riders anthem. The whole fucking crowd went crazy. And Jay's like, "Yo, I gotta go on after
Right.
that."
No, didn't
Yeah.
X came back like, now it's your turn.
Right?
Now it's your turn. Now you
just
can
burnt the stage down.
Do what you do.
Like, yeah.
But it was dope because it helped him sharpen his steel. Jay said that, in other words, get better at performing because of being on tour with X and Busta and Method Man and Red and all those guys.
Yeah, but as
I mean, so
a
that's dope.
fan, there's certain guys I'm not paying to see. I'll pay for their album, but I ain't gonna see you.
Who on that tour when you pay to see?
What?
Who that
On a
was
Hard
on that
Knock
tour?
Life.
I'm not paying to see Jay-Z. I'm not
Perform?
paying to see Nas. I'm not paying to see Fab. I'm not paying to see Kiss. I'm paying to see Busta. I'm paying to see
Method Red.
Meth and Red.
Yeah.
X, of course.
I'm X. I'm paying to see. I want to see
performance.
the energy.
Okay.
You know
Well,
what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? I ain't pay for you to spit
I
your rap.
would've-
I know your raps.
I would have been.
I can spit your raps. I don't
would've
need you
been-
to spit your raps.
I would have been with you on Kiss before that Versus, because not before that. Actually, before the Bad Boy reunion tour, because I saw them perform when they came to the Garden.
No, I'll
And he
pay
did-
to see Kiss versus anybody. I'll pay to even prior to the verses because Kiss in that state of mind is different than
Yeah,
Kiss
he
performing
definitely
with
he
the
was
locks.
a different animal
For sure.
then than he was
You know
on
what I'm
that
saying?
Bad
And
Boy
so,
reunion tour. It was a lot more.
and me personally, you know what I'm saying? I was an artist at one point. So if I'm going to pay to see something, you gotta entertain me.
That. Now that you say that, and shout out to the best
You know
friend
what I'm
Poker checking in. She said, "Hey y'all,"
Yo,
Yeah,
that's
we
my
appreciate
girl. I
you
saw her
rocking
over the
out,
weekend.
Marquise.
but
What's that?
that's funny you say that because we were talking before you came in, and yeah, I guess so. We don't know your story.
Word.
Okay.
Some of us don't know it. Some of us do. Some of us don't. So
Okay.
we wanted to get into your story a bit.
100%.
I never knew you were an artist. I knew you had a jumper. I see video. I'm like, yo, this dude is knocking it down
I
right
knew
now.
Yeah.
game was crazy.
All right, so if I had to like really give an explanation like who I am, it's like I'm the guy that's always comfortable being himself. So I was raised with my mom and my pop. My pop died when I was 7, but in my lifetime, from what I know, my moms and pops was together. So had my pops not died, I would have been a dude that grew up with his moms and his pops together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't. I can't pretend that I came from a broken home.
Right.
That's not real. You know what I'm saying? My pops was a dude that loved my moms. I seen it. I never heard my pops yell, ever. You know what I'm saying? I remember a lot of things that I went through with my pops. So like, I grew up with my moms and my pops. When he died, my mom's wasn't the type of woman that was like promiscuous or had a bunch of dudes around me. She had a boyfriend.
Right.
And when that didn't work out, there was no other dude around until there was another boyfriend.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word
So that's the type of woman I'm growing up with, respecting and looking up to. I ain't played ball. I started playing ball probably like 13, 14. I played football first. That was my first love. Basketball was kind of soft to me. You know what I'm saying? I got two sisters. I'm growing up in the projects in Harlem. They just got me to come get. I'm angry about that. I keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? So like, I gotta be a little more angrier than I want to be. I want to be a regular cool dude. I'm not trying to be hard. I ain't trying to be tough. I don't want to sell drugs. That ain't my vibe. That's not who I am. I knew that was what I was early, even though I'm in the projects coming up. And so, you know, once I started playing ball, it was a lot of dudes in my neighborhood. You know, I grew up on 151st and 8th, between 8th and 7th in Harlem River Project. So if you don't know Harlem, the Rucker is 155th. If you older, like pretty much our era, we had the rooftop. The rooftop was like Shavu times 100. So the rooftop is a skating ring in Harlem that was right. All right, so the Rucker is right here, rooftop is right here. You know what I'm saying? And this is a skating ring, but in this skating ring, all the rappers from New York perform there while you're skating.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that's
So
a vibe.
That's
what
dope.
Skating ring do you have that opportunity where the rappers come and skate? You know what I'm saying? The rappers are skating. And if you know the Rucker, if you ever been to the Rucker, you know that like anybody could pop up.
Yeah.
It's not like for us in Harlem, it's not a major thing to see Puffy, Jay, Diddy,
Just pull up.
Fat
Just pull
Joe,
up, yeah.
all these niggas in one time. You know what I'm saying? That's regular to us. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, only Puffy got a Harlem team, so it's fuck all you other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck where you from or how popular you is. You still in Harlem.
Word up.
And so we expecting to win. We expecting to do our shit. And so like growing up in that environment in Harlem, it's like Harlem is different than other places. You know, getting the chance to come to Massachusetts. And, you know, my family's from North Carolina, so I was going to North Carolina every summer. Harlem is like, it's all black. In the 80s, 90s, it's all black, and everybody showing love to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't experience that in America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we as black people, especially black men, you don't get to experience coming outside, seeing 1,000 other black men that's really wanting you to win.
Word. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about Harlem guys, right? You think about Brooklyn guys, you think about Queens, Bronx, you think about Harlem guys. Harlem guys are always trying to dress to impress, and they always showing love to each other. Harlem dudes don't really shit on other dudes. We may beef with each other, but we don't shit on each other. We don't tell on each other. We don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain love for self and for black people that when you come up, you have a certain pride when you move amongst the world. No matter where you go, because you feel like, hey, I'm from where the freshest people in New York is.
Yo,
and they got love for them.
That's a fact.
Harlem niggas is always.
I'm saying this is how we
going to
feel,
the store.
and we feel about each other. Like if you come out, like Harlem is a place like if you come outside and you look fly. It's like 100 niggas that's gonna tell you fly.
Yeah.
100 niggas that's fly.
Yeah.
Like dudes that you looking at that's like, damn, you be flying. They like, hey, I see you, boy. But if you come out looking like a poop hut,
they gonna let you know that
They
too.
gonna let you know too. Yeah.
But, yo,
because it's
people
fly
need
niggas.
that. People need
You know what I'm
that.
saying? And so
real shit,
so when you wake up and the every day you thinking, hey, I can't come out my house slacking.
Yeah.
because my homeboy's coming out at his best.
Yeah.
Everybody around me is coming out at their best. And if you not on point, we going to talk about you. And if you are, we going to big you up. And so if you coming out fly every day, you getting bigged up every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get tired of bigging you up. Like, that ain't how we rock. And so when you start going other places, it's a different atmosphere. So, like, you know, once you start growing older, you know, I lived in New York till I was 17. When I came up here to Massachusetts, I went to Lowell first.
Different vibe.
Way different.
Completely different vibe.
Yeah.
I'm growing up in Harlem in the 80s and 90s. It's all black. I go to Lowell.
So what made you go to Lowell? Just out of curiosity, was that?
So my sister was working in State Street. I'm not gonna say her name. I ain't gonna put too much information out. She was working in State Street in New York. They told her she come up here, you know, they could work some things out financially.
Sure.
Bless her, look out. She transferred to Boston, State Street. You know what I'm saying? The State Street is the universal. You know what I'm saying? You go, every city got a State Street bank.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A major one, like the one for your city.
Right.
And so she came up here. She was working there, but she didn't want. She had two. My sister got It's my oldest sister. I got two sisters, and so my oldest sister has two sons, my two nephews.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I love y'all boys. You know what I mean? And so, Randy and Rich. And so she has the two sons. She comes up. She's like, I don't want to go to Boston. I'm still 17 in Harlem. I don't know nothing about up here. She's older. She knows. She's like, hey, I got two boys.
Yeah, they need a male figure in there.
You know what I'm saying? Being older now, I know, like, I wouldn't want to bring two boys into the heart of Boston either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not from here, you think Boston is white. Once you live here, you realize it's not.
So many people from out of town say that when they come
Because
here. Like, I didn't know
when you're not think about it, right? Like when you think about Massachusetts in general, it's a lot of states. It's a lot of states. No, but I mean outside of the teams. Outside of Red Sox, Celtics, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Bruins, you know. Outside of the teams, it's predominantly really Boston and Springfield is black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of states up here. Cape Cod, all that. You know, you ain't thinking nothing black when you say anything outside of Boston. As an out-of-towner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been here long enough to know that there's different places in Massachusetts. I'm not trying to disrespect y'all. I know there's blacks everywhere, y'all scattered out. But as an out-of-towner, you only hear about blacks in Boston and in Springfield, right? Yeah. But when you think about the Boston teams, you don't think blacks.
Right.
Yeah.
So as an out-of-towner, it's very small when you think of the blacks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you go to and so you have to come here and be like, oh, nah, it's real out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play yourself.
Yeah, when I did, when I was doing Top Cat, and they would have artists come and hits from the street, and all them dudes was coming and, like, you know, you sit there and chit-chat with them. They were like, yo, I didn't know there was this many black people in Boston.
You don't know.
Like,
you don't
I
know.
never understood that, but then
because
when you,
all right, think about it, right? Like, we not getting y'all news. Like, think about Boston. Y'all not getting Utah news, Jersey news, New York news, Chicago. Y'all not getting none of that. So they not getting y'all's neither, right?
Right.
So when they look at the Celtics games,
see a bunch of white faces,
when they look at the Red Sox games,
Yeah.
when they look at the Bruins games,
Patriots,
and the Patriots games, and they looking in the crowd, when the camera veers off to the crowd, they not seeing us.
Yeah.
But if you come to Roxbury, you don't see none of them fans. you come to Dorchester, Matter Bay, you don't see none of them fans. You're like, wait a minute, hold on,
Right.
This shit don't make TV.
Nah, not at all.
I'm being 100 with you, you know what I'm saying?
real,
When you hear,
real.
you recognize, you like, nah, it's not really like that. When you out of town, you don't know no better.
Yeah, Deanna
You'll come here not knowing no better.
Deanna just said that. Every time I say I'm from Boston, people say there's black people there.
Word.
It's I will listen. I'm going to give Boston. Y'all don't really know this because y'all from Boston, but when you from New York and people come from Massachusetts, they always say Boston. I don't give a fuck where they from.
Word, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Listen,
Could be from fucking
I'm
Worcester.
keeping it 1,000 with you.
Facts. Facts.
They will say something and they'll be like, yeah, it's like 2 minutes from Boston.
Like, no, the
I
fuck
swear to God. And so that's also why Boston is looked at like, because people from Stoughton, Lowell, Lawrence, Haverhill, like there's a lot of people that like, they got hometown pride. That's one thing I like about Massachusetts that I really love that's similar to New York is that hometown pride. Like I don't like going places where you don't like where you from. If you don't like where you from,
That's why Boston and New York butt heads. We're so much alike that we sick in each other.
but it's a respect there. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be like, I don't like you and I'm gonna disrespect you. Yeah. It's another thing to be like, I don't like you, but
I'm gonna respect
I respect you.
You move a certain way and I rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's different because I've been a lot of places. I don't like going places where you ain't proud of where you from.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I love that about Boston. I love that about Lowell. I love that about Lawrence. Y'all may not know Lowell, Lawrence, Haverhill, that area. They love where they from. I like that. I like that I don't care where you from. You could be from the smallest town in Alaska. Be the one that makes where you from it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be trying to rep something else just because you like that. Cool, you like that. Take a few things from there. There's a few things I snatched from Boston. A few things I took from Lowell.
Let me dig into that for a second. So, because this is a very real conversation, I'm glad this part came up.
Word.
So, I think I've been on record many, many times by saying I love the people of Boston, right? I grew up in the hood. I grew up in Mattapan, Dorchester, obviously. I love the people in Boston. I hate the city.
It's two Bostons.
And I think it's important to recognize
what
what part you're defining as you gotta love, right?
I love the inner city. I love where the blacks is at.
So let's talk that talk. I want to make sure that.
I don't love downtown Boston.
Okay.
I don't love Red Sox fans, Boston fans. That's not the part that I love. I love the inner city stuff, you know what I'm saying? 100. The stuff that's happening in Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, Jamaica Plain, Washington Park, the tournaments, the basketball tournament, the grittiness in the vibe out here, Dudley, you know what I mean, Mattapan. Like there's certain things about Boston that remind me of home and make me feel like, I like this. You know what I'm saying? It's an oomph to Boston. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, like if you ever been some places, you ever been outside of your city and you seen other cities that's similar to your city, it's certain places you'll find at home. Like listen, one thing I tell my people is to travel. Because when you travel, it opens you up to so many experiences and different cultures and people, and it opens you up to black people that's just like you and look like you, but do something completely different because they in a different region, right? And so when you start traveling, it's certain areas when you traveling, you gonna feel right at home in, even though it's not your home. Right. You know what I'm saying? And every neighborhood got that. Yeah. I've been places that I've been down in New Orleans where they was talking dirty, they was talking crunchy as hell, and I got in the spot and I'm like, damn, this feel like Harlem. Yeah. I like this. Word, you know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta travel so you can see some things, but like,
I dig that. I think there's a part of your story that you was getting into a moment ago that I never knew. I'm definitely want to hear about the musical journey. I didn't even know that was a thing with you. So I'm
so I did music for a while. I did it more so because the poetry aspect. You know, we all start. We be trying to be romantic and still be accepted by our fellas. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be hanging with the homies and trying to be Romeo. It's like, man, get that soft shit out of here. But if you do it in a certain way, it's kind of catchy and cool. You be like, all right, cool. You can say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you say it smooth enough, some of your homies will memorize it and say it.
Take the bar.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I think I think it boils back down to Harlem because in Harlem, the goal is to be the best. Like not to be the best in the sense of I'm better than you all, but in the sense of you're good, but I'm gonna be gooder, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know we all good, but I want to be the best amongst us.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset.
But in my mind, y'all all trying to do the same thing. Absolutely. So it's not. I don't feel like a bully or I'm too bigger than y'all because I feel like y'all going home doing the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so when the mindset is that's how I kind of approach life. I'm trying to be the best at it, not because I think I'm better than you, but I'm trying to be better than you in a sense. You know, so, if it makes sense.
So I love that mentality, right? But I think one thing I've seen, of course, not just in Boston, but many other cities. You know, I lived in Cali, I live in Florida, Carolina now, obviously, is where people see that kind of energy as arrogance, overconfident, and not, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so that can be a scary thing to somebody who's not of that ilk, right? I don't fuck with that nigga because that nigga, you think he's better than everybody else, and that's where you get a lot of division, right? That's where you get a lot of separation where it don't need to be that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that part's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary, but it all comes down to how you present the confidence.
Not even. I think it's just a little.
No, that's how you present the confidence.
You can present
because how many times have we, on the outside, judged other people's confidence? And so well, this dude's confident, but he's cocky because of how confident he is. And this dude's confident, but he's humble.
It's a very
it's how you. It is how you present it.
I'm thinking it's more about the reception.
Nah, it's not about the perception.
We can all have our chest out and be confident without being abrasive to nobody. But the person who may not be as confident is going to take it a certain way. That has nothing to do with us.
Nah, as not. But all right, so I agree with that.
Okay.
But in the sense of there is a point where it's like you can be cocky in what you're doing. Like Ali, Mayweather, these guys are cocky and arrogant in what they do, but they back it up. And so it's not a problem with it. But they are cocky in how they do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like, and so I think with Jordan and LeBron, it's a good aspect because a lot of times people believe that Jordan felt like he wasn't cocky in the aspect that he felt he's the best. That was only on the court. He never said that. Whereas LeBron feels like he's always like that, and he said that. And so people have been like, oh, so you feel like you're the best?
Mike never said, I'm the best, but he called himself Black Jesus.
Right.
But that's at a time. But that's at the time that he was playing.
Yeah.
It's not at the time after. It's at the time when he's playing. He's on the court saying, hey, we balling right now. Call me Black Jesus. Not him being on the coach like when I used to play, y'all have to call me Jesus because of how I played. No, he's like, hey, I'm about to kill you. Yeah. Hey, coach, this gonna be a long game for your man, B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but so how much of that? And again, I think it goes back to what we were just talking about a moment ago. How much of that is people searching for validation, right? So maybe LeBron in that, I'm this, I'm that.
Trying to convince himself.
You're trying to who you trying to convince? You know what I mean? And I think that's a part of this conversation.
At times, he's done enough, even early on, that he could feel like I could say this shit. I'm not these other guys in the league. I'm LeBron.
You got the scoring record. Shit.
But minus the score. Year 4, year 7, 8, 3, 2, whatever year you want to say, LeBron can be like, nigga, I can talk it because I'm doing this shit.
Still.
I'm not at the bottom of the barrel talking shit. I'm not Dylan Brooks. You know what I'm saying? I'm still LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So like it's different when you talking that shit and you doing it. Yeah. Like you can't talk it and not be doing it. But you can absolutely talk it when you do it. When people don't like it, but you can talk it while you doing it.
That's why
it's okay.
People hate Floyd. I love Floyd.
It's okay.
I see his work ethic. He's busting ass, but he's working his ass off to be that dude.
So I want to ask you this though, talking about LeBron, the basketball, the confidence. When you play ball on the court in your days, and I remember seeing you, like, do you feel like you were overconfident when you were on the court?
Yeah.
Like, and you
I was the most aggressive in my lifetime on the court, because in my life I don't want to be someone that's known as an aggressor. I want to be someone that tries to make things work the best way possible.
That's off the court.
Off the court, like in life in general. Look, we trying to make things work. Let's figure it out. And this is whether I got beef with somebody or, hey, let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But on the court,
different animal.
Nigga, fuck you.
Yeah, different animal.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming on the court like that, like, nigga, you could be my mother. You got the wrong jersey on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, but I feel like on the court, I can be that without judgment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I do that in life, it's different. People gonna think I'm a dick. And it's like, that's the only time I could do it. So at the time that I can do it, I'm gonna do it the most.
Yeah.
And so, like, on the court, nigga, I'm about whatever. And I could fight, nigga, it's whatever.
So how much of that, you made a point about, well, how much of that comes with maturity? Were you always that way, or were you like, nah, I grew into this?
Nah, sports always allow me to, because I got sisters. So I can't be aggressive with them. But they could be aggressive with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm growing up. Majority of my family is women. Yeah. So where do I get that aggression out of? I can't be aggressive with women. I'm being raised to not hit women, not yell at women, not talk to women. Mm-hmm. But I'm not being raised that they can't talk to me like this.
So you gotta let yours out somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? So when I can go be around the fellas, I could be guys, but on the court, I could be an animal with men or boys. I could be like, nigga, what? Yeah. I could get all that shit that I sometimes I want to go upside my sister's head. Pop! You know, I could do that on the court. That's just a tech. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be even a flagrant. In my day, that was just a foul. It wasn't even a flagrant, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I could go get all of this out. Shit. Ma, sign me up. Football, basketball, all this shit. Karate. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's like, so, like, and a lot of times, see, my mom's put me in these predicaments, in these situations where I could get it out. Mm-hmm. A lot of moms can't.
Smart by her, yeah. Smart by her.
But even a lot of moms that want to be smart can't afford it. Mm. My mother was just in a predicament financially that she could. She worked, you know what I'm saying, a couple of jobs. A lot of moms want to put their kids in karate sports, but they can't afford. It's expensive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to get my shit out. Mm-hmm. So I learned early that if I act like this in class, mama gonna whoop me. But if I do this shit on the field, I don't get in trouble at all. Right. Yeah. I get patted on the back. Yeah. Coach tell me I'm doing good by fucking him up. Mm-hmm. But if I fuck him up, and pardon me, but if I'm doing him wrong in life, yo, what are you doing? Yeah. And so I realized early that there's a separation here where I could be what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I want to fucking go upside my sister's head when she be hitting me and I can't hit her back.
We be talking about how there's a point in our youth's lives where they never get that message, right? They never get the opportunity to expel these demons, right? They got to beat us all the time. Like you said, if their moms can't afford it, what they gonna do? Right. You know what I mean? So salute to your moms, first off, for being able to put you in that kind of situation. But now what's the solution on the other side of the table when that kid don't get that opportunity?
For me, like, because I was working in DYS before the incident. And so, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that's in social work that shouldn't be in social work. Like, social work is not being a teacher, being a psychiatrist, being after school provider, being a daycare provider, being a kindergarten teaching, being early. Those jobs should not just be for anybody. Mm-hmm. That should not just be for people who are looking for work. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agree with you. 100%.
Because this field is so important to our youth and so important to how they're brought up that this has to be something that you really want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we had only those type of people in that field, you know how big that would change. Like, think about it, right? If we had only teachers who was like, all my life I wanted to be a teacher. You know how much education our children will learn? Instead of people who are like,
Going through the motions.
they like, damn, I think my best bet is to try and be the teacher.
So I think there is a step ahead of that I would like to see. I think that's the start. But I think for me, yeah, like your desire to be a teacher is dope. I like that. I would prefer a passion or compassion, that emotion that comes with that, right? Like, yeah, you can want to be a teacher because you think it might come with a certain lifestyle. You get summers off. You out of the building. That you might think that might be what it is, right? But for you to emotionally say, I resonate with kids. I resonate
but that's
with the
not.
growth of
But
you.
but see, that's the point right there. You can't just say, I want to be a teacher because I get summers off. You gotta say, I want to be a teacher because I need to challenge the way the youth thinks. I need to be able to promote a generation of thinkers. That's why I want to teach. Not because it's a fucking job. You can go get a summer job, or you could go work during the Christmas holidays. Christmas is only during the winter. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do that in the summer. There's jobs where you can get the summer off.
Yeah.
Like, do snow shoveling. It don't snow in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's jobs for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, teaching is not just having information that you can regurgitate. Teaching is you learn a specific way. I have this information. I'm going to give it to you the way that you know how. You learn a specific way that's different from him, and I have the same information. So I'm going to give it to you the way you know how. That's different from this person.
So how much do you require the emotional connection though? That
you have to be emotionally connected to teach.
That's what I'm looking for.
You have to be, because all right, so put it like this. I worked in DYS. I probably can't get in trouble for this. But I worked in DYS, right? And so as a part of working with DYS, you had to agree that if you saw the kid that you had on the unit in public, that you would not speak to them.
That's wild.
That's fucked up. I never knew that. That's fucked up.
That's not possible.
That's
You
fucked up.
had to agree that this is separate. This is a business. DYS and them being locked up is a business. That is your work. And you cannot bring your work home. So when you see these kids outside of DYS, you are not supposed to speak to them.
So you only mentor them while they're here, and then when you see them outside, you can't say shit.
That was
to
what they said.
That's
And so
That's crazy.
and so I had you know me, I had problems in big time meetings, like staff meetings with the CEOs. They're like, there's no way you can you can't ask me that. And they'd be like, well, why? Because my kids go to the same schools that these kids that are in DYS go to. Right. I'm going to see these kids. And you are telling me to care about them while they're in here, but forget about them while they're out there. And I'm going to see them. You guys don't. Y'all live the fuck out there.
Right. You know how much
y'all don't see. I see these kids.
Right. You know how much that'll hurt that kid after he built the bond with you inside. Then you act
and I'm
like
gonna ignore him.
outside.
Like I told him early, listen, I can't do that. You're gonna have to fire me early because there's these kids that I'm trying to make sure are good are the kids that my kids are looking up to. Because as much as I think I'm cool as fuck, these kids that's closer to my kids' age is way cooler.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They way more influential to my kids. I'm being realistic. So yeah, I think I'm cool. Yeah, daddy can show you some things, but these little niggas tell them something that probably had their mind blown. And so I'm trying to convince these guys that they need to be doing the right thing all the time. And they need to be influencing guys younger than them not to make the same mistakes that they made, so that if they do happen to come across my kids or yours, they're making the right kind of advice decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I want to keep that going. When I see him in the streets, I want to tell him, hey, I'm happy you outside. I like seeing you out here. I don't like seeing you in there when I'm going to work in the morning. Word. I like hugging you at the bus stop, bro. Word. Come here. Yeah. Show me love. You know how many guys I see from DYS? Shout out to all my guys from DYS. Y'all know I ain't lying. You know how many guys I see from DYS? And I hug these guys all the fucking time. I tell them I love them. I pull up on them. I tell them all the time, yeah, if you need me, that shit wasn't just because I was inside. Right. Fuck that job. I care about you, young blood. Absolutely. I care about you, young Crip. I care about you, young blood, young Latin King. Whatever you is, I care about you, bro. You can make better decisions. Yeah. And if you need somebody to talk to, call me, bro. Call me, my nigga, because like the people that's your therapist in there, you can't call them outside. Because it's against the rules.
Yeah, that's wild. That's spectacular. But yeah, I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine that. And Chef, me and you were talking about that in terms of mentorship. And this is the best version of mentorship. Absolutely. You know what I mean? It's absolutely. Having that relationship start under unfortunate circumstances, but then being able to develop it outside of that circumstance. Absolutely. To show them, life can be great, B. You know what I mean? Yeah. It don't got to be in dark times. Word. You know what I mean? Word. And then you get to build other things with them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They get the most from the people that they see that look like them, giving them their advice. I mean, and that's nothing against people who are not from our neighborhood who are trying to help. It's just that you yourself should know that people who look like you are the most relative to you. Yeah. And so sometimes these kids need to see somebody who talk like them, who look like them, who's tatted like them, who come from where they come from.
Yeah, can relate.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It resonates so much better, and I experienced that, dealing with middle school kids from working at Davis Leadership Academy and the Gallivan and stuff like that, and it resonates like so much. I didn't understand that impact until I really started.
It's a subconscious thing, because subconsciously they're seeing on the news black people ain't shit. Subconsciously they're seeing in the stores white dolls are everything. Yeah. Subconsciously, they're seeing the white and black without people having to say, hey, we think white is better, we think black. They're seeing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they need to see somebody who look like them, who can still walk amongst white folks and they see that the white folks respect them. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Without them having to curse and sag. I don't sag my pants. Man, I got a 22-year-old, 19-year-old, 18-year-old son. What I look like sagging my damn pants? Word. But they still think I'm cool. I ain't sagged my pants in 15 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talk about here? Word. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, we got to change what they think is cool.
Hey, listen, I try to get them to know that cooking's cool. You know what I'm
saying? Cooking is cool as fuck. Cooking is cool. You know, feeding yourself is the coolest thing ever.
Ain't shit cool about being hungry.
What you mean? You know what I'm saying? You can only make hot dogs and soup. That's it? Right. That's cool to you?
Yeah.
Nah,
no.
Fam, trust me. Nah, it's not
my life till last year, son. Hear me out right now.
I mean, it ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't into it. It's just,
man, you couldn't have.
Gotta have a certain je ne sais quoi with that. You know what I mean?
Word.
I love it. I'm hot pockets, B. I gotta get focused. I gotta get right.
Gotta get you right.
I got a chef in my back pocket. Get you
right. Wait, first we gotta get them to eat chicken with bones in it.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
How you gonna not eat chicken with bones in it and want to cook?
Bones slow down the eating process.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Look how Mo's looking at you.
Come on, man.
There's so many ways I want to go. so many responses I have. I'm trying to. Ooh, shit.
Oh, man. There was a part about the youth that you made a point there about what they're seeing in terms of socially now. And I think over the last, honestly, probably 10 years or so, we've seen a change in marketing in a very big way, right? To where now we're included in the marketing, right? We're included in the advertisements. We're included in the images that they see right? To promote beauty, acceptance, coolness, right? To sell products, right? Whereas when we grew up,
Somewhat.
it was Barbie, right?
That was it.
Barbie
True,
was
very
the
true,
thing.
very true.
So now there are a plethora of, we're not going to make the mistake of saying that we're at an equal level. But I
Right.
think there are some opportunities now where we're like, yo, we got some representation in the game. We out here a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the goal towards instilling pride in our youth? Like,
No.
so what's the main focus in instilling that pride back into them?
It has to be prior to, because, all right, so like the representation that you're talking about is something that's recognized by the able-bodied mind already. We're not talking about children. We're not talking about people who are incapable of making good decisions. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about adults who can see that there's representation. Because if you think about the commercials, there's not many commercials with black women with black men.
So,
Yeah.
I'm glad you added the last part because I do think there are commercials and that there are.
So I'm thinking about what
cartoons and there are
representation you're
TV
talking about.
shows. So okay, so there are. I think we're being represented. That's what I think. I want to start there.
I think we're being splashed. I don't think we're being represented. I think because black people are such a wide spectrum that you can't just throw 4 or 5 people out there and say we're being represented. It's too many types of us that are all fly, that are all variants of different things. Like I grew up in, I want to make this very clear. I grew up in Harlem in the projects, right? But there was doctors and lawyers in my projects. That shit don't get talked about. It only get talked about that there's drug dealers there. But there was a lot of doctors. There was a lot of married couples that were in their 80s, 90s, been married 40, 50 years in my projects.
But it's always talked about the broken homes.
Yeah.
And,
You know what I'm saying? So
family homes
the
and shit
the,
like
the
that.
black people as a whole are it's so wide of a spectrum that we're represented in the most negative ways. When you say we have representation, that's what we have representation of. We don't have a lot of representation of the positive, dope black folks.
No, I agree there. I agree.
So then what representation are you talking about? The bullshit? Because
No.
that don't really count.
No. False. So I think that there are representation in children who aren't able to make decisions like adults, like you were just referencing. I think they have that in cartoons, right? I think we see that there's plenty of black cartoons that we can watch, right, for the little kids.
That represent the real black child?
I'm not digging that deep. I'm just saying that.
I mean,
there's
but
a
you're
representation
saying representation. So, all right. So, representation means to present on behalf of, right?
of a likeness. Likeness
Likeness
Gotcha.
too, right?
Go ahead.
So, what likeness to black people cartoon can you reference for me right now? Just give me one. I don't need a bunch of them.
Oh, I don't know the name of it. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I know the name. But
Because
I've seen
it's
it 'cause my
not a
nephew
bunch.
watches it.
It's
no,
not-
and I'm not pretending it's a bunch either.
All right, so
But what I'm saying is, I think that my goal with my little niece is, hey, yo, niece, show me that little black cartoon that you was watching the other day, right? And if you know these kids nowadays, they got that shit on repeat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, yo, leave that joint on. Don't switch over to Barbie. Leave it on the black joint and just wait for the next episode to keep. So I'm saying there may not be many, but support the ones we got until they develop more. Yeah. I think there is representation,
Fat
and I
Albert
think our
was
job is to focus on that. They should have told us, Chuck, Payne, watch Cosby's, right? Fuck Full House. That's what they should have told us, right? Because then, guess what happens to the viewership numbers? That should start to switch over, right? To the point where start making more black shows because of the viewership. And now we're getting our representation. Now we're seeing our likeness. Now we're seeing, yo, there's a doctor and a lawyer in the same crib, like you were just talking about. That shit's dope.
see, but I think back then we had an equal representation. We had the bullshit, which is what we got now, and the positive representation. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like shows about black families, like, you know,
Cosby
Good
Show,
Times,
Family
Cosby
Matters.
Show,
Sure,
Family
sure.
Matters.
Sure.
And then, you know, we also got, you know, when we had cartoons, you know, we got the Roughneck portion with Baby Kids. You know what I'm saying?
Albert.
but we had the real life experiences of Fat Albert. You know what I'm saying? Like now we just get more of the bad side, like the negative. Not saying that that's not, like I'm not saying that we don't have negative shit with us or things that's bad with us, but that's the thing that's represented
the most.
There hasn't been like a TV show in a long ass time that's been like a positive black role model and a
Black
positive.
is just what
I'm
I'm
gonna say, what about Blackish?
I think that's kind of like a mockery though. Like,
Oh, really?
like it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like think about it. Like his wife was a lawyer. They're always making fun of her not being a lawyer anymore, turning into a stay-at-home mom. You know what I'm saying? He's making money off of promoting or kind of making fun of black stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like in reality, like does that represent the black family? No. You know what I'm saying? I know most black families that I know, mom and dad both work.
Yeah. I mean, but again,
like outside of celebrities,
it's to your. Mom
and dad work.
It's to your point of them narrowing our spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, so that's on the spec. That could be a scenario that's on the spectrum.
It's in
so
there.
we don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's in there, but we're not getting both sides.
Yeah.
If the stuff that we're getting is leaning more towards this side all the time.
That's true.
And
That's
very
true.
rarely are we getting this.
That's
and
true.
I don't think that's a fair. Like, we had a black president by now already. Like, stop with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a black man has held the highest office in this country.
Hey.
And we still going through the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
Man got him on speed dial.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
I mean, I remember, I seen his head and shit when he came through. Hey, what up? When Duvall was running, he was at the Reggie.
Yeah.
I was there. You know what I mean? But, like...
So then, I gotta tread lightly. But so that means the problem is on the media. The problem is on
100%.
the content creators, right?
Nah, because if there's 1 million content creators, but only 20,000 are getting pushed, does that mean that there's not 500,000 content creators that are promoting the upper spectrum of the black life?
Well, yeah, for sure. But to go back to his point, that's where media comes in. Because now they're picking and choosing.
They're controlling.
They're controlling what we see.
Is pushed forward and which one is not.
Because they see everybody. So
True,
they
but the people that are in power continue to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so like, it's crazy because even when I rap, I just couldn't imagine just talking about some made up shit. It's just not, you know what I mean? Like, I could create stories and stuff, but for the most part, it's a representation of my life. You know what I'm saying? Besides the things that I'm leaving out, specifically. And so, like we have art. Like, Future was not on drugs, saying I can't not rap about not being on drugs because it don't sound cool. But nigga, you're not on drugs. That's cool. How the fuck could you feel like that's not cool and being on drugs is more cool? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, at what point do we reach, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay has been pretty much rapping about drugs for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's upgraded and talked about other things, but why resort back to that? My nigga, you ain't sold the key in decades. Not years, not months, decades.
So you don't think it's...
And so, like, sometimes, like a lot of, same thing with the job situation. Like, sometimes we get to a point where we feel like we still got to prove. Like, I'm not trying to be tough with nobody, man. I ain't trying to fight with nobody. I don't care if we got beef. I don't care if you run up on me in the streets. I'm going to try and squash it first. I am a man now. Why is it bad to say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, That is the realistic shit that we are all thinking. We all want to go home to our women and children, bro. Like, I know that me spazzing could get me either doing some harm to you and me ending up in jail, or you end up dying, or you end up killing me and you going to. We don't want none of that.
Not a good outcome.
We could talk this out.
Yeah.
Why is it not cool to say that?
Pride.
Right.
That is the.
Pride, ego.
Listen, there's not a dude listening that'd be like, nah, I don't feel like that. No, dog, I'd rather just beef it. No, you sound crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Mind state mentality. You know
You know what I'm saying? And so, as men, and especially black men, why aren't we promoting that on a massive scale? Especially the ones, like, I was really in the streets. I know what that life like. I don't want that shit no more. You know, like when you really was in the fucking streets, you like, I do not want that. I'm so happy to go home at night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really been through it, why the fuck would you promote that? You know what I'm saying? At what point are you, like, cool, I got a lot of people that's probably like, hey, man, I remember when Mo used to be such and such and such and such. Now he talk about peace. Right. He's soft. Okay, that's cool. You could think I'm soft. You know you ain't gonna say that to my face because you know what I like. I don't care. Like, why do we feel like we still have to promote that type of shit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the main problem. Like, because I remember as a kid, the older heads would tell me, "The fuck is you doing?" Hey,
if you had the right ones, if you had the right ones around you.
Listen, I grew up in Harlem. I grew up in Harlem. Yeah, right. So I grew up around thugs that I knew these dudes were thugs, and they be smoking, and they don't give a fuck who moms came around. They be like, sorry, Miss Washington. And I know these niggas is thugs. Word. Mm-hmm. And they like, you need help with that? Hey, go grab that. Yeah. They would tell us, hey, go get her bags. Nigga, what is, no woman should walk around here with bags and you standing here. Right. Word. Yeah.
Yeah, real shit.
Where the fuck did that go?
But we was talking about recently.
At what point did we
talking about the loss of real OGs?
Yeah.
And that falls on us. All of us in this room, because this is our age. We were what the OGs that we was looking up to. When we was kids, the OGs was our age. And they was telling us, hey, nigga, stop fucking up. Absolutely. Hey, nigga, listen to your mom. Absolutely. Hey, pull your pants up. Hey, put that shit down. Don't you see this old lady walking past? Yep. Like, I remember vividly, plenty of times, these dudes are smoking cigarettes. This shit's legal. And they putting it down, hiding it. Like it's weed. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ms. Johnson. Yeah, I'm sorry. And they walk away. If we sitting on the stoop, hey, niggas, get up. Yeah. Like, she ain't have to say nothing. Absolutely. The older niggas, hey, nigga, get up. Right. Why the fuck she gotta say something? Yeah. I'm sorry for cursing. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, this is what the men would be saying. So they wouldn't curse in front of the women. They wouldn't smoke in front of the women. The women couldn't carry the bags. We couldn't sit on the steps. These are the drug dealers teaching us this. Yeah. Not our teachers. These are the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. These are the dudes that's outside with the beamers and the chains, and they got the beepers and the
Here's the concern with this.
You know what I mean?
Here's the concern with this. Because I remember we was talking a little about this on a couple of shows back. And Little had mentioned that respect level. What up, bro? That respect level ain't there no more. You know, they don't. The young dudes now, at least from what we was talking about with Little, they don't give a shit what the OGs are saying no more.
Because not enough talk to them.
Definitely.
You know what? Listen, I'm in DY. I was in DY for 4 years. I know these young dudes is telling me. Dudes will talk to me for like a week. Then I don't hear from them no more. Mm-hmm. Nigga, them OGs was on my nigga. They ain't give a fuck how big I got. I got taller than all of my OGs. All of them. I still don't test them. Because it's a respect level that they taught me to hold for myself and the elders before me.
Yeah.
But if the young,
why is that broken now?
because the young guys didn't get taught that.
Why is that broken now?
Because we didn't teach them. Well, first of all, when the DSS kicked in, you can't hit your kids no more. That took a major effect. It scared a lot of people, and people was like, nah, because a lot of people scared of jail. We just gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? So people was like, I don't want to hit my kids. I don't want the chance of going to jail. But you risk the chance of raising a criminal.
Right.
And so I was always like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm not raising no killer. I'm not
I'll
raising
go
no
to jail
rapist.
before
I'll
you
go
do.
to jail before you do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. Nigga, don't play with me. I don't give a fuck if the cops is here. I'll fuck you up in front of the cops. I'm not raising no criminal. You're going to learn to do this shit the right way.
All right.
Yeah.
And so a lot of us lost that stance. Us as men, because it falls on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are our sons and our friends' sons.
Yeah.
I could not talk or curse in front of any one of my friends' mothers as a kid.
Yeah, never.
And I grew up in the projects. I had thousands of friends, and I couldn't curse in front of none of their moms. These niggas curse at their moms.
No, that's crazy.
That's spectacular.
Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. Some of them do.
I had to explain to. I said, "Yo, bro, you can't curse to your moms." He said, "Nah, fuck that. It's just the relationship we got." I said, "Nah, young blood. What you're doing is setting up the precedence for how people deal with your mama." He's like, "What you mean?" I said, "People are gonna deal with your mama the way you deal with her. If I come to your house and you like, hey, mama, what the fuck is this? I know that I can say, what the fuck is this and this? Because you did that.
Yeah.
But if you say, hey, nigga, when you come into my mom, that if any one of y'all would have came into my house, hey, before I
speak to
even
my
open the
mom.
door, hey, listen, my mama name is Miss Robinson. When you go in there and speak, say
Exactly.
hello, Miss Robinson.
Always.
Yep.
Always.
Period. Pull your pants up.
Yep.
Don't curse in my house.
Yeah.
If you can't obey those rules, you cannot come in this house. There's a lot of niggas that have never, ever done that at their mom's crib. That was a must, nigga, because if you went in my house and you didn't speak to my mama, she ain't mad at you. She gonna curse you out. But she mad at me because I ain't checked you before the
right.
fuck you came in here.
Bringing this motherfucker in my house.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got friends coming in here that don't even speak to me in my house?
Yeah.
And so I made sure to do, hey, bro, make sure, even if you don't see her, yell it out.
Word up. She gonna hear you.
She gonna hear you. She gonna know that somebody came in and need to speak.
How many times you heard it?
Yeah.
She gonna know.
But so we all can understand the obviousness of what we're talking about, right? We all get it. It's obvious, right? But there is a void of that currently in the community. Correct? I'm not making that up. There's a void of that.
It's not. It's not enough.
That's
It's
so
not- it's not
while
enough
that's
of us.
happening in the most crib, and that's happening in the majority of our cribs here,
Yeah.
as it should. The next 5 houses down, that's not happening, right? And so then what?
Then you gotta be the community guy. Because I grew up, like I said, I grew up in the projects, right? So a lot of us ain't had daddies, but the ones that did, they was the community daddy. You just because that ain't your son, don't mean you can't address it. Just don't be disrespectful.
Right.
Don't talk to nobody else's son the way you wouldn't want nobody to talk to your son.
That's a fact.
But you still want to check them. Because if I say something to any one of y'all sons and they don't like it, when they go home and tell you, they're going to be like, you're going to say, well, he wasn't disrespectful and he was kind of right. Because I'm not going to disrespect your son, but I'm going to make sure that he knows what's right.
Right.
Hey, young man, hey, young king, you ain't supposed, but I'm not calling you little nigga. Hey, little bitch boy. Hey, young king. Hey, grown man. I see you, sir. I'm addressing you with respect, but I'm addressing you stern and letting you, hey, you doing wrong. Put your pants up. Don't talk to your mama like that. Don't dress.
And so yeah, I'm going.
We
right
can't
back
be
to you
we
on
can't be
this, because you've
scared.
spoken about this on
We being
multiple
scared.
occasions. Is that what you're seeing?
We can't be scared.
For a fact, that a lot of the OGs, they're scared to talk to these younger kids. They're definitely scared to talk to these
Yeah.
kids.
It's
You know.
and
It's like
it's the
reverse.
respect
It
level.
reverse.
It's the respect. It's the respect level.
It's the respect
It's
level.
the respect level.
You can't
It's
come
the respect
in
level.
sunning somebody that you
Nope.
don't rock with that's in the streets.
Nope.
Yeah.
Think of your 16-year-old self, nigga. Ain't no stranger gonna be able to tell you something. Fuck. But a stranger that you respect could. Right?
Yeah.
And so approach these young cats with the respect you fucking want and tell them what they doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? They want structure. Trust me.
Definitely.
These young boys want to be led. They just don't want to be led by fuck niggas.
Yep.
Yeah.
They want to be led by men.
Yeah.
By men that's respected. Men that's doing. See, I used to talk to my kids all the time in DY. When I say my kids, I mean my DYS kids. I used to talk to them about, you know, the conversations I had with my kids or me doing shit with my kids. And then when they would see me in the streets, they would see me with my kids. So it's like, all right, cool. Even if I didn't like what he was saying to me before, at least I know what the fuck he's saying what he mean.
Right.
Because that shit he was telling me, I see it now.
He's really doing it. Yeah, he's really doing it. It's not a front for
It's not
for
a front for him.
For just the job, right?
And he showed me love with those kids that he always used to talk about when I was locked up. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I could reach out and touch this shit. This look familiar to me. I could be this. I'm 12. I could be this. This real to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This look like me.
When something becomes tangible,
this look like me.
You want it
I
more.
could grow up and be this.
Yeah.
But if you a fuck nigga, they thinking the same shit.
Yep.
I could grow up and be this. And you leading them to do that.
Yeah, true.
But stop leading them down, you know what I mean? We're leading them down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, definitely. The lack of OGs out here, man.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Treat these
Definitely.
young boys like men. They men.
Yeah.
They just need a little guidance. So if any young boy that's watching this, I love you, man. Hey, you make me proud, boy.
Yeah.
But you know what you doing wrong. Tighten up.
Yeah.
Tighten the fuck up. You know what you doing. Be a man. You know what I'm saying? Love your mama. Respect your mama. Love your sister. Protect your sister. Stop treating these creams wrong. You know what I'm saying? And do what's right, bro. Not everybody goes to college. That's cool. You get a job.
Yeah.
But do right, bro. You know what's right. You know what's wrong.
Get a skill, get a trade. You know what I'm saying?
You could do that shit, man.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sparring Minds listeners, we're running up on the 7 o'clock hour. As you can see, we had the legendary Jimmo Neal with us this evening. Parting shots, fellas, for Jimmo as he's heading out.
I just real quick, if you want to get into it real quick, I heard you mention earlier, you said the incident, before the incident. So I just, for some listeners that don't know, just go into that for us real quick.
Briefly, I'm a double amputee. That means I'm cut from the shins low on both legs. I don't have ankles or feet. I was leaving a barbecue in Boston, Dorchester. I'm not going to say the street. I was on that street for the first time. I was hit by a straight bullet. It hit my aorta. I ended up losing both legs as a result. I was hospitalized for a year. It took me 30 days to walk. I had reconstructive stomach surgery. I had 22 surgeries from July 2016 to December 2nd of 2017. And I had never had a surgery before in my life. I died a few times. The chances of surviving a gunshot wound to the aorta is about, I think it's 13%. You have an 85 to 92% chance of dying if you get shot in the aorta, no matter what kind of caliber. I was hit with a Desert Eagle, 50 caliber. It hit my aorta, broke my bottom rib, and got lodged in between my second and third rib.
Damn.
So when I look at the X-rays, it looked like a nickel's in my back.
I never knew your story. I just knew, I met you after the incident. You know what I mean? So I just knew you were an amputee, and I knew there was some kind of story behind it. And just seeing how you moved, you know what I mean, like in your everyday life, not just saying like you walking or anything like that, just how you move, period. Yeah. You know what I mean? That shit inspires me.
He's Superman, man.
Yeah, so like,
appreciate it, man.
If no one else tells you, bro, I'm proud of you.
Word up.
You inspire me.
Yeah,
I
that's
appreciate
real.
it, man. I appreciate it. I just want people that's handicapped. Like now being inside of this, like I was confident with legs. You know what I'm saying? So losing the legs, I ain't losing no confidence. I just kind of lost the legs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still the same guy. Right. But being in this community, like, you know, you see a lot of people they talented and they just don't feel confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see like people that just be like kind of down and be like, yo, pick your fucking head up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be wanting to, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the people I've seen in this community was like that, and so it was kind of like, that's why I started the company, to kind of try and make people feel like, yo, you still fly, you still a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because you got a little something that's different don't mean, you know, you less than. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to feel like I feel. So like when you see me and shit, I want people to look and be like, damn, that handicapped nigga fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they start seeing handicapped people as fly. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to change the way they view it, because a lot of people, they just not confident, and it's like, it hurts to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a confident person, it hurts to see someone not confident.
Yeah.
Especially if you know they good at something. Like, I know a lot of talented handicapped people, like super talents. And they be like, yo, carry yourself like you the shit. Nigga, you the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta kind of gas them, and they be like, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, I like that feeling. I like, you know, making people feel like how I feel about myself. You know what I'm saying? So
I only know you from social media, and kind of watch some of the journey. Obviously, that in and of itself is inspiring. But I think one of the things I've always taken from you, and again, knowing somebody from social media is super shallow, right? Because you don't know shit about that.
right.
But I get this feel like you're not letting that define you. Like, your aura is much bigger than that. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the things that I respect the most.
Yeah, I think I knew me when I had legs.
It's a fact.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
it's a fact.
a certain I think I met you.
I've been
Sent me a few times when I had legs.
Gallivan.
Yeah, so like if you knew me when I had legs and you see me now, it's not like it's not much of a change.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be like,
same person. It's the same.
you're
same
kind of
kid.
the same guy.
same
You know what
guy.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm more impactful when people look at me now.
Word.
Yeah.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the biggest difference. But I'm really the same cat. That's why a lot of people that know me before, they be like, damn, that nigga ain't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? That nigga lost his legs. It's still the same guy. So it's not like, but I was already.
Yeah, but that's what
I
I'm
was.
saying. That's dope that he hasn't let it change him at all.
Yeah, but it's because I was already that person. Like, a lot of people be like, yo, how did you go through this? It's not like I went through this and turned into this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't lose my legs and become confident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was already who I was secure in my manhood. You know, it didn't matter if I could have lost both arms and been in here both legs dangling the nubs. I'd still be the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what they take. As long as you don't take my mind and my mind's still good, I'm this way.
Yeah.
Harlem raised this. You know what I'm saying? It's so like,
Harlem.
you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. I got Harlem, man. It's a fact.
thank you guys for having me,
Oh,
man.
man.
Listeners get you on social media, business. What you out there?
Point guard to prosthetics on everything. It's spelled the correct way. POINTGUARDTOPROSTHETICS.
Flyers on prosthetics.
Nah, point guard to prosthetics. I used to be fly.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
still
right,
the flyest on prosthetics.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They don't get like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but yeah, point guard to prosthetics. I feel like, because, you know, I feel like the reason it got, so I was having a conversation with my roommate and shit. You know, it's my business partner. And she was saying the name, you know, point guard to prosthetics. And I was like, damn, that's way better than flyers on prosthetics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at first when I was saying flyers on prosthetics, I felt like I was going to be the flyers on prosthetics. Then I started meeting people on prosthetics, and I was like, nah, I want everybody to feel like they're the flyers on prosthetics. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of sounded a little arrogant. You know what I'm saying?
That's Harlem. That's the Harlem in you, dog.
It is.
That's the Harlem.
So when she said point guard to prosthetics, I was like, that's it.
Word up.
Because the point guard is more,
Get everybody.
he's more of a
involved.
leader.
Get everybody
You know what I'm
involved.
saying?
Yes.
And then the prosthetics, it represents who I am. You know, the movement I'm trying to push forward. And so it just made sense. You know what I'm saying? So Point Guard the Prosthetics on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all take a minute out of your day.
Yeah, check out the brother, man.
Check out the journey, man. It's definitely inspirational. We appreciate you coming down.
Definitely.
sir.
Thank you, brother. I was when I saw you in traffic the other day. I was like, "Yo, you talk to Hightower. Make sure you gotta pull up. You gotta be there, brother."
You know, I'm there. Once he hit me, I was like, "Word, I'm gonna come through."
So, we'll take a minute, and then we're gonna get focused and wrap this thing up in about 15 minutes. How's that look?
Yeah, let's go.
Make it happen.
All right. So what we're gonna do is
Peace and love.
let's cue up the show intro one more time for those who came in late, and then we're gonna go off the top of that. So hold on, let me get you right.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic, yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel Hightower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go. Let's go.
What's up?
Yeah, we ain't got no mics on.
Minds listeners, we are back. We appreciate y'all.
Elevator voice, Chuck.
Don't do that, Chef.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm just, did you
Hustle
hear him?
Airlines.
Did you hear him? Did you hear like it
we
was
go.
up here and then it like started like, you know what I mean, taking that landing. So
We are, so let me, real quick, let me give y'all a little story. Real quick, before we. So there's this chick.
uh-oh.
Pardon me, this young lady, because we can't do that. We changed. And she has a best friend, right? And the best friend comes to her and she's like, yo, I'm in love with this dude. Like, he's everything I ever wanted. Cool, bring him by. So the girl brings the dude by the crib and recognizes him immediately. Like, yo, like, he's the one, don't do it, right? Girl, but I love him, right? Okay, don't do it, right? Cool. So the girlfriend leaves with the dude. A month later, she comes back with the dude again. Friend's like, yo, are you fucking him? Like, please tell me you're not fucking him. Right? Friend's like, I'm fucking him and it's none of your business, etc., right?
What am I listening to?
Uh-oh.
So then, a month after that, that's we're about 2 months down the line. She comes back and she's like, yo, that dude I was dating, he had an STD, and now I got this going on, right?
Oh shit.
Good thing?
Yeah, Jimmo just couldn't hear you on this tab.
Okay. You got me now? Take it off. Just listen to me in the room. We got it.
Yeah, you on now.
Okay. So
We do the same thing.
she comes back, right? 2 months down. I got an STD. I can't believe it.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
Here's the friend, right? I told you not to fuck with this nigga, right?
Wait a minute.
The chick,
What's going on here?
right, is a nurse practitioner and knew he had an STD, right? But due to HIPAA laws, she can't speak on his medical conditions, right? The things that she saw in his file.
That's the fuck she can.
Good point.
That's my friend.
Good point. Damn.
Wait.
So, the question for you is the friend a villain for not saying something and allowing her girl to end up with an STD?
Yo, that's wild. But just didn't tell her
Yeah,
why.
just didn't tell her why. The friend
Oh no,
said,
she's in trouble. She fucked up.
why?
What do you mean?
She's a nurse. She can't.
She's a nurse.
HIPAA
She
laws-
legally can't do that.
She can't discuss it.
But time out.
No.
Outside of work,
Yeah, she could lose her license, right?
She don't gotta know
I'm
how I
outside
know
of
that
work.
shit. What you mean?
Yo.
Listen, if it's my friend, if you are my man, any one of y'all are my man, and I know she's burning, I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro, you gonna pee hot after you mess with her.
Yeah, you
what
gotta
do you
give
mean,
some
bro?
type-
I'm telling you.
are in direct violation of
I'm
the
not
law.
telling you nothing, but you are going to burn after you deal with her. I'm not telling you why. What do you mean?
Twin says the mic is muted. Is it still?
Nah, that's fixed. That's
I'm just saying, bro. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna tell my homegirl don't. I can see if like he was a cheater. That's different. Don't mess with him, girl. You might get your heart broke. But even still, I'm gonna say you're gonna get your heart broke. I'm not gonna leave that in the dark. That's burning penis.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You cannot mention that. How do you a burning
That's
vagina?
crazy.
Listen. If my man tell me, hey yo, bro, don't mess with this chick, and I mess with her and I get burnt, I'm gonna say, yo, bro, was you telling me don't mess with her because you knew she was burning? Because if you tell me, yeah, we gotta
Now
throw
we
the
got
joint.
a
Nigga.
yeah, we got a problem.
You ain't telling me, dog.
No, we got a problem.
You told me,
No, we got a problem.
Nah, we gotta feet, yo, dog. We gotta throw the hands,
Who
bro.
told you we
what
can't?
you mean?
The
I'm
law
still on you.
says.
Yo,
Fuck the
listen.
law.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
This is-
I'm telling you, I don't care about the law. If you are my friend, all of my friends listening, you better tell me.
Dog.
Or me and you is gonna have to shoot the ones, fam.
No.
Nah, dog. If you know somebody's burning, tell me. Or we gonna shoot the ones, dog.
I told you specifically, don't fuck with them.
Nah, you ain't tell me
I'm gonna
why.
ask you
say
why.
why, though.
I'm gonna ask you why.
I could in your mind be
Because-
thinking, yo, this nigga thinks he crazy. I like crazy
She could have
pussy.
easily
Right,
said.
right. I like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why you saying don't. You ain't tell me why.
I'm just telling you, she can get in like gigantic trouble.
Okay,
Like gigantic, like legal issues for the rest. Fuck up her whole career.
Nah.
All she had-
everything's
We ain't
When
friends
I
like
said
that.
Why?
But
All she had to sit there and
how
say
is that?
was,
See, Nina's saying the exact same thing.
HIPAA
You
laws
can't
are
play
no
with
joke.
HIPAA laws, bro.
Man, fuck him.
That's because Nina is on some saying, yeah, I found out from fucking BMC. No, you don't have to say I found out from BMC
You don't have
that they
to say
failed the
everybody.
STD test. You don't have to say that, but you can say, yo, I know somebody that this nigga fucked and he burning. That's not a HIPAA law. What you mean? You know that he's burning. You know that she's
There's
burning.
ways around
You don't have to tell me how you know. That's where it's the HIPAA law.
Sometimes
Right.
people give you the proper advice, but because
The
you're digging
proper
for, I want
advice.
why.
Well, no,
nigga,
I need to know why.
Nah, but it makes
could be-
it makes
Yo,
sense.
get your
People out
man,
there
get your
hating on
man's,
people
B.
right now. I need to know why.
Get your man's, B.
Yo,
come on, man.
Yo, get your man's, B.
There is a way around it.
Get your man's, B.
Like, I think the way he said it is probably the best. Like,
Yeah.
I know someone that hit.
You
and
can't do that.
now
Yes,
they
you
on
can.
fire.
Why not?
It's
You
not
didn't
about-
say he had it.
Joe
If
Penn.
you know someone
Yo, bro.
that-
Question.
Medical
Let me ask
history.
you. Let me ask you a completely different question. Jeffrey Dahmer's best friend meets the guy that Jeffrey Dahmer's feeling, and Jeffrey Dahmer's know what Jeffrey Dahmer do, but he tell a best friend, "Hey, bro, you don't really want to fuck with that nigga."
No.
And, hold on. Let me finish. Goddamn. All he says to the dude is, he knows the dude, but he knows Jeffrey Dahmer. He knows what this nigga do. He like, yo, don't fuck with him, bro. Just don't. You don't really want to fuck with him. And then he ends up on the news.
In the freezer.
As a
Freezer.
This nigga can still go to jail, yes or no? All right then.
Why?
So what do you mean?
Go back.
Accessory, ain't it?
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's a whole different situation.
All right, that's the same thing though. Because a person knowing that they're burning and still having sex with people and burning them on purpose, that's a criminal. That's a crime. And if someone knows about it,
including doctors,
it's America.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So
what's happening here is
either way because you don't tell. Now
No, you just can't say why you telling. You can't say why. You can't.
Specifics. You can't get into the specifics.
You can't say, "Hey, I know for a fact that he failed the STD test and he got syphilis." You can't say that, but you can say, "Hey, look, your twat ain't never gonna feel the same again. You fuck him." I'm just telling you, baby. I don't know how else to put it to you.
That's a moral thing.
Your pubes are gonna grow differently.
That's a moral.
You know what I'm saying? It's a way to say it when you can say it
without,
you know what I'm
without
saying?
actually saying
Like, listen,
it, giving up everything.
I know this guy, and I'm not saying that he's gonna rape you, but I know that every time he fucks somebody, they wake up and don't remember having sex with him. I'm not saying he's a rapist. I'm just saying that people who fuck with him wake up and don't remember.
There's a pattern.
You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? You know your boy's a rapist.
But you're not throwing your livelihood and career away by making that statement.
Then we can't be friends then. It's no need for me to be friends with you if I can't tell you some shit that's gonna protect you.
I'm giving you the proper guidance.
That ain't the proper guidance.
Don't fuck with this chick.
That don't mean nothing.
I told you what not to do.
You people be haters. I could have been trying to bag the bitch and she's on your dick, but I don't want you to hit it. So I'm like, don't fuck with her. There's a lot of reasons that people say don't fuck with somebody. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, bro.
Reports out of retaliation. You don't need proof. It's in trouble. See? That's real talk.
But how can he report her? He don't know she did it. What do you mean? She's on
this dude in this example met the chick, and she recognized him immediately. So he knows. He was like, "Yo, that's your friend with that chick, that nurse chick I seen when I went to go get this needle shot."
So why didn't he just be honest?
That's what That's what she's saying. Why didn't she ask him for the STD test?
No, but how come she didn't just speak to her boy?
Because she ain't give him the fucking right knowledge. If she didn't say, "Yo, ask that nigga to," all she had to say was, "Hey, ask him for if he got an STD check lately."
Yeah, ask to see his my chart.
That ain't no HIPAA violation.
But that might be a HIPAA violation.
No, it's not.
But if I'm not
that might be a
me
HIPAA
recommending that you see.
No.
You saying that you want to sex somebody and me recommending you see their STD chart is not HIPAA violation.
As long as she don't disclose what it is, she can say, as a friend, she could be like, make sure you check his my chart.
Right. That's it.
I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what kind of friends you got, fam.
Well, the friend should have spoke to the dude then, if that's the case. Well,
I'm gonna say this.
He know what time it is.
I'm gonna say this. If I'm ever in a situation like that with any of y'all, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah,
it's a fact.
Period.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
How can you look in your man's face knowing
find
that
a way to tell
you
you.
didn't disclose some information like that?
No, find a way. I'm thinking. Listen. Hey, listen. Hospitals. I'm gonna tell you now. Don't hire me. I'm violating the HIPAA law if I know she got it. I'm gonna say, hey, my man, she got that thing on her back, fam. I'm gonna keep saying that until you be like, what you mean? I'm be like, she got it. What you mean? Man, she got that thing, man. What you mean? Woo! You know she got it. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? What you mean, dog? I can't let my man walk into the...
Play a game
I
of
know my
Pictionary
man might
some
hit
shit.
it wrong, too.
Yo.
My man's make bad decisions. Especially on the drink nights.
Yo.
I know that he could possibly... And she look right.
Monday night
The
Raw.
right amount of drinks, he's in that raw.
Monday night
I gotta... Hey, bro. Bro. Skirt.
You might have to,
Pump your brakes, man.
play a game of Pictionary, charade, something. As long as you don't say what it is,
Listen, fam,
you good.
I'm telling. I don't give a fuck.
Strap up.
I'm telling, nigga.
We got
You saying we wrong?
Oh, shit.
Of course he is.
Hey. Season 7 is officially in the books.
As always, we appreciate y'all supporting the program.
Oh, man. Shout out to Spark.
Go like, subscribe,
Yeah.
page, and check out that content over there. Shout out to Spark FM Studios.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Shout to Sauce and them.
Absolutely.
Hey, these guys are great partners in crime to do this with. So I couldn't be more blessed.
You and your movie, brother. Salute to that, man.
Absolutely.
Doing some shooting this weekend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh, you just got gloss over that?
He try to gloss over that. Like, nah, brother. Nah, man. Nah, man.
Young ones around you, man, that need some guidance. Come on, take them under your wing.
Word.
Be that big brother. Be that big sister to all these youth that the city desperately
Word.
needs, man.
Speaking on that support, we got the Healing Circle game night tomorrow. So
Yes,
I know y'all brothers is pulling up. Jimmo,
Yes,
you invited as well. And I'm going to do what I did that brought us one of our most valuable members in Nina, who's watching right now. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
I'm going to extend the invite to the listeners. So if y'all want to come through the Healing Circle game night, it's now open. We're going to have the grill going, the fireside chat, et cetera, et cetera. So just inbox me on Facebook.
And don't pull up with the bullshit because Payne is definitely strapped. So.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute.
We had to put that
Wait.
disclaimer out
You
there.
see? Oh, no.
Invite
See?
the listeners.
You see? This is
Invite
the
the
shit we be talking about right here. This is shit I was talking about right here. Listen,
Talk it out, man.
forget all of that.
Talk it out, man.
Hey, listen, it's all about love
Yes.
You right.
and love and more love.
You don't
That's
disrespect
it. You know what I'm saying?
people's
We are not young anymore. We don't have anything to prove. We got love for people. We love humans, and we just want to be respected. That's it. Just please come and show. Just please show respect all the time.
my house.
Even to the older heads that want to talk to the young heads. Respect is key.
For sure.
And when you come in Pain Crib, just
respect.
respect
house.
is key.
Martin, respect my house.
Yeah,
Please.
I will throw you up.
It's simple.
The diamond studded heated pool. Respect the sneaker bedroom in the back.
Wait, you bedazzled your pool, fam?
Nah, he bedazzled.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man.
Payne has a room just for sneakers, dog. Just for
What?
sneakers.
Little.
That's just crazy.
Mirror time.
That was the maritime. We can't go better than
Yo,
that.
you can't go 2 seasons in a row with a half-ass mirror time. Come on, man.
Well, my maritime right now would end up having somebody burning. You know?
Oh,
Jeez.
Pause.
Yeah, because my maritime
minute.
was. Sometimes
Wait
it's
a
best
minute.
not to tell people what you're doing.
Wait, what? Say that again.
My maritime was sometimes it's best not to tell people what you're doing until it's done.
see?
Because sometimes outside energy, sometimes outside energy,
No, but
turns
that's
off
right,
your
though.
goals. So,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
so I didn't want to, after we had talked about all that.
Yeah. Bad timing, nigga.
Nah, but that ain't the same. That ain't the same. He talk about somebody doing their own thing. Like if you got your own dreams and goals, don't tell people. Just do your thing and let it profess itself. That's what he talk.
Knock that out.
Yeah. He talk about the receiver in that moment, not the giver of the info.
Okay.
That's
Listen,
why I said
listen.
his maritime was great.
Yes, love, and more love. That's it.
Love. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Love.
Spread love. You already know.
Love, and a little bit of respect.
You
Sparring
already
Minds
know.
listeners, Season
Sparring
7.
Minds,
We
Season
out of here.
7's in the
Next
books.
season, we'll catch up with y'all. We'll do more fun, more shenanigans,
Kobe
more
season 8.
topics. We'll do it then.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
holla.